Welcome to Living Local with Lori.
Hi, I'm Lori Johanneson, a top performing realtor in Naperville and the surrounding suburbs. My goal is to connect my friends, my family, and my clients with local area experts. Today, I'm lucky to be sitting here with Matt Doyle, and we're going to together give a market update on how things are going so far in 2021. Matt Doyle and I have met a few years back, and he has been my go-to lender for most of my clients. He can get things done that nobody else can get done. I'm happy to share a little bit of story in regards to that. Not only does he help my buyers, but he helps my sellers. If a buyer comes to me and doesn't have a good pre-approval or things drop through at the last minute, Matt makes miracles happen. So Matt, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And if you could give us, from a lender perspective, what you're seeing.
Well, great to have me. Thanks so much for the invite. It's a great opportunity to connect with people, even though we can't always see each other. And it's a great way to talk and actually see some smiles on people. But yeah, we've been working together for a couple of years now. I've been in the mortgage industry for almost 20 years now. Almost 15 of that, I've actually been self-employed. So I've been on the broker side of things, and I've been really in management for the last 15 years. And I'm a branch manager of Team Doyle, Hulsey, CrossCountry Mortgage. We're right here on Ogden Avenue in Naperville. We're a full service lender, which means we're not only we are lending the money, but we're actually a direct agency lender. So there's no middleman. It's us, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the agencies, as well as FHA, VA, and USDA, the government agencies. So we're a direct route for that. And then your statement comes with CrossCountry Mortgage's name on it. So it's nice to know that, from A to Z, I'm really going to be a lifetime lender for folks. And I can't even tell you how many times I've had repeat clients over the years, saving them money, moving other places, investing in properties. So we're crazy good at what we do. That's what our slogan is, and our website for our applications, crazygoodlender.com. And we've got an awesome team right here in Ogden Avenue. And I've got a couple other remote employees across the country who support us, and we're a leading lender, which is given us the award of being in the top 1% for units and volume. That's a national ranking in the Scotsman Guide. So we truly are crazy good at what we do, and it's because we get to work with people like you and serve and work in a community like Naperville and Aurora and the surrounding communities. But we also do things on a national level too.
Right, which is great. So you say crazy good, I say miracle Matt. So right now, I whenever I'm calling and say, hey, I have a great referral for you, I'm really happy that your voicemail isn't full. So I feel a lot of people right now, I'm like, I need an updated pre-approval, and their lenders are not accessible. And you do such a great job of being accessible, which makes you even that much more awesome, because when in this market, when I need an updated pre-approval, I needed it a half hour ago when I'm actually calling you, and you're able to turn that around really quickly. And so that I really appreciate, which not all lenders are. I have somebody who's finding it a need to continue to shop around. What do you do to help, or what advice do you have for buyers right now? I feel a lot of buyers right now are going out multiple offers, and then they feel the need to, at the last minute, shop around for a lender. And even if they've had a pre-approval with somebody else, I'm seeing it more so now than ever before. So I have my strategy as a listing agent and how I handle it. But when I have buyers, I really just struggle with saying, you have the best person. Don't sit and call 10 other lenders. So can you give advice around that?
Yeah, you know what? You actually bring up something that's really important in this industry. And a couple things. When I first started my very first day in mortgages almost 20 years ago, the first thing I learned in mortgages, you need to have a sense of urgency. And everything needs to be right now, because you're going to come across some hiccups and some hurdles and setbacks. And a sense of urgency can minimize some of those delays. But one of the big things here is you need to be available and you need to be ready. Most folks who are buying a home are working from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, but then they've got to get their kids to school before that, and they've got to get them fed after that. So I need to, and everybody who works for TDH knows that we're always available, and more importantly, we're always ready to help. And if that's not the case, then that's just maybe it's not your place to be on TDH. We know we need to be available 7 days a week. I mean, I've actually talked to people on Christmas evening because they are going out the next day, and it's important. So knowing that my wife also works for TDH too, so she's very understanding. And Liz knows if I'm walking around in the summer in circles talking to a borrower on a Sunday night, it's because I'm talking to that borrower, and this is their opportunity to talk about what they need to talk to, because I need to get them to a comfort level that they understand the process, and that makes it a better experience for them and make it smooth. We want people who are buying homes to not be like, oh gosh, that was a headache. We want people like, man, that was really easy. That's worth telling my neighbor or my friend, my coworker about. And same thing with Lori, you give a white glove service to all your clients. And that's why you're successful in doing what you do, is because the proof is in the pudding. So if we can give a very competitive interest rate, make the process easy, make it fast, that's a recipe we found over the last 15 years in management for my business partner, Scott Hulsey, and I, that we can make this a really good thing for our referral partners, for our community. All of our employees here live within 15 to 20 minutes of our office. So every dime that they make goes back into the local economies here. So I'm very local oriented, very much like you. And that's why we're talking today. And why I love working with you so much is because I know I'm going to get the same dedication towards getting the job done. And we're going to have some fun too at the end.
Well, absolutely. I think right now, especially with buyers, you need to be available to get them pre-approved. And as a listing agent, when I'm acting as the listing agent side, and I get multiple offers, I'm calling every single one of those lenders. So if one of those buyers isn't working with a lender who picks up the phone, that's a reason that they're going to get skipped over, because I need to know that throughout the process, if I accepted that highest and best offer, that the lender is going to be responsive and actually get the job done, not have a full voicemail box, not be able to talk to me. So it's so important on all ends. And so that's why I'm super happy to be having you as part of the interview at this time in the market right now, where things are flying off the market with multiple offers. You've been super awesome and sitting in open houses with myself and my team. And then you even saved somebody a while back who was supposed to close in 2 weeks on one of my listings, and the buyer didn't wipe their hands clean and was done with it because the financing fell apart. But you know me, I don't take no for an answer.
No, you don't.
We got it done. And when I showed up at the house and took the lockbox off, the buyers thanked me for getting in the house they love. So you're truly awesome. And that's my story about you. So where do you see interest rates going? Do you see them going up, or do you see them staying where they are? Are they going to go back down?
Well, yeah, before I get into interest rates, I want to bring up something important. I know that you do your due diligence, because your sellers need to close on the house and have to have the most assurance from you that you've done your due diligence with whoever might be buying the home. And because they're going downstream, they're going to sell their home and go downstream. This is such a competitive environment right now for certain price points that it's kind of like dropping a piece of meat in a piranha tank right now. So while the listing agent doesn't have time to get back to 16 people and tell them they didn't win the offer, they also can't be going back and forth. I'm actually taking a proactive approach. Again, I love what I do, and I know I need to go to bat for my homeowners. And I find it really important that when they put an offer on a home and they think there's going to be multiple offers, send me the listing agent's name. I'm going to call that listing agent. Number one, I'm going to let them know that who I am and what my credentials are as a top 1% producing branch manager. And also, I am the branch manager, so I'm overlooking the process. But the last thing is I'm letting them know how well pre-approved my buyers are. I'm not just telling people to apply and tell me how much you make. I'm able to go to bat for them and say, hey, this is who I am, but my borrower has already applied, gotten all their documents in, I've verified income, verified assets. All we need is a contract, title, appraisal, insurance, and we're closing in 2 weeks. Let's get this thing on paper so we can go find the next one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And mean what you say and you actually follow through with it. So that's another really great quality that not all lenders have and can say. They like to talk about it, not to follow through with it. So interest rates, how are they looking?
All right, interest rates. Here's the best part. Interest rates were at an all-time low from about July to December, and now we've seen an uptick in interest rates right now. They've taken quite a jump up, but comparing to where we were last year, we're still 3/8 better of an interest rate, better than we were this time last year. So even though rates have jumped up, they're still better when they were last year. And a year ago, we still had a hot market going into some strange times. We're looking at unemployment rate right now, normal unemployment claims for the week, year over year. We were at 214,000, and now we're thinking about 725. So we're about 3.5 times more new unemployment claims. I think over time, we're going to see the economy recover, but we're also going to see interest rates tick up to go along with a better economy. But keep in mind, though, even if interest rates do creep up a little bit, they're still better than they were a year and a half ago. So, we might not get the gold medal best interest rate, but there's nothing wrong getting the bronze medal either. You're still going to get something that comparatively, I remember I had a rate that was in the high threes for a long time. I thought I had this amazing interest rate, and all of a sudden I started giving people better interest than I had, and I'm in the industry. So, home ownership, it's affordable. There's a lot of benefits to owning. You're going to be able to write off a lot of different aspects on your tax returns, and you understand the pride of home ownership. I don't know if you could put a price tag on that. So interest rates are really good right now. I think we're going to kind of be steady with things. They could over time go up, but right now it's still a great time to buy. And the biggest thing is, if you want to buy, it's so competitive. You need to get your pre-approval. You got to get all your documents in and put yourself in the best position to win. And Lori, I know that you're a competitor, and you with the triathlons and things. How well would you do in a triathlon if you didn't prepare and you didn't train? It's the same thing with mortgages. You got to get the application. You got to surround yourself with the best team. You got to have a person like you who has a team like you have, and you got to be getting a lender who has a team underneath them too, so we can make this process smooth, fast, and enjoyable.
Absolutely. All right. And speaking of enjoyable, we'll end this with a fun fact about Matt Doyle.
Fun fact about Matt Doyle. So had a crazy little idea towards end of Thanksgiving last year, or right before it. And so you might have seen in Naperville, might have seen a big old jolly guy in a red coat with a white beard coming through your neighborhood. I may know him very, very, very closely. So I might have tried on the coat once or twice. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny.
You're not only good at what you do, but you're fun and you're caring. You have a big heart and you really care about the community. So thank you again, Matt. I appreciate you being a part of the Living Local series. And if anybody needs a crazy good lender, go to crazygoodlender.com, ask for Matt Doyle, and he'll take excellent care of you. Thanks again.
Thanks so much.
Also, remember to follow us on Instagram at Johanneson Home.